This is the Mr.Nobody podcast. Season 3.
Episode 4.
What's this for? It's for others. It's for the others, not for ourselves. Although we are the others. Because without the presence of others, there'd be no audience. There's no meaning, there's no mirror, there's no performers. There's no way in which, there's no place, there's no spot. That circle can complete itself. There's not a way of saying this is important if there aren't others. I know this in a lot of different ways. What if you were alone? One of the ways is playing music truly alone. You need an audience. It doesn't have to be a huge audience, but it has to be there. It has to be a small audience. And it has to be there because it does. Do your thoughts deserve to be heard? Do my thoughts deserve to be heard? And by whom? I can control the quality of my thinking.
Not the first time around.
But the second time around.
By the second or third time around.
If I was to be perfectly honest, I think I've always been looking for shortcuts. And it's taken me forever to not find them. Everything from trying to develop my technique to learning how to move, learning how to think. How to say, this is true. I'm consciously,
Rewriting that.
I feel like I'm taking no way. Like not piling on anything to the path that's appearing. Bringing only my intention, which is to move along it. As long as I can remember, I've always been looking for a window into another dimension. I remember seeing Alice in Wonderland when I was in kindergarten. They herded us into the big floor area, the central square, and sat us down, cross-legged, sat us down, cross-legged. Where's the train? That movie changed my life because I knew that the dreams I was having weren't isolated just to me. Somebody made a cartoon directly behind us. What I was being shown, cartoon, directly behind us, directly behind us, it's a cartoon. Why is the cartoon? It's a cartoon. Why is the cartoon more real?
started before that.
Seeing Alice in Wonderland emboldened me, because I knew that no religion could contain spirituality. No creed. You could do your best, and you'll end up with what we have, or something equally well-meaning. You can't put a leash on that dog. It's not a dog. It's a wolf.
I entered into some altered states.
The I who I think I am. Helplessly. This week I buried 3 little birds, 2 black and white warblers, and 1 oven bird. To me, they looked like they were still alive. Like at any moment, they just blink and reanimate, fly away. Could only think of my son. I didn't bury my son. I didn't see his corpse until it was all done. I felt cheated out of the contact with his body. That it was being handled by authorities and professions. I needed those things, but I didn't want them. I wasn't allowed to go near him. His body had become a ward of the state. Who owns your body once you're not animating it? We've lost the connection. Animation. And maybe I'm leaving out rebirth. We don't hunt our food. We've lost it. We've lost the connection. We don't touch the bodies of our dead. Life and death. We don't handle our dead. Someone else does that. Someone else does. I knew something was missing. I also knew something was there. I knew that we had lost something, some sacred connection to each other. Father, son. I could feel what was missing. Child, parent, neighbor, brother, sister. In the same way, though, I knew something was there. I know. You know now. My visions
My visions
changed my life forever through the rabbit hole. One major takeaway is that the information, the shapes, the proportions, the messages, the emotions that I was interacting with and that I still feel, if those things are inside me just by my own making, or if I'm seeing them from some other source, either way, both or either, to me say that I have to treat myself like a sacred vessel. That's why being an artist, becoming skilled so that your visions, your emotions, your interpretations of reality that can only come from you, a developed you.
That your passage is for your own safety. Please do not hold the doors. There's a train directly behind us, 1 minute behind us, and I'm sure it's empty.
Maybe that is the primal spirituality, being an artist, because you are creating. Improving myself has proved to be difficult. The self in a learning process, new languages. What is life? You become responsible for the knowledge that you've gained. Maybe we're responsible to pass it on, to speak about it, to learn more, to listen, to try to help. It requires others. I saw somebody being loaded into an ambulance, and I could see that their body had relaxed, that they had given up to the process of others caring for them. They were just completely relaxed. I'm reaching through that window. I'm jumping. Maybe that's it. We're all going to have to go through the rabbit hole. But it's deciding whether or not we fall or we jump. I'm going to see your sister. Tell her hi for me. We'll talk about you. My 11-year-old niece asked me if I had any advice to help her stop cursing. I said that words were sacred, that they're used for protection, and that they're extremely powerful, and you should reserve them like a secret weapon, and expect other people to use lots of profanity. You have to make a choice. I added the caveat that once in a while, a profane word might be just what's needed. That's what you're doing. I lifted 3 heavy things. 2 guys hoisted the first one on my shoulders. And I headed up the first of the 5 staircases that each of the things had to go. It was at the edge of what I could do. I had to align my skeleton, control my breathing, my thoughts, put my will into it. It almost killed me. But then I went down for the second one.
Guitar.
It was easier or more familiar. And I got it up to where it needed to go. And I came down to the street. And I said, I'll take one more. And I learned a lot about myself. But one crazy byproduct is after this, I got an incredible feeling of endorphins. It's magic. Euphoria. You know, I wonder, could I get myself into a trance with drumming? I'm looking for the religion that we had before we had a religion. We're still behaving like we're attending to the stars. We throw rice, we dance, we kisses and misses it. We've lost so much, which tells us there's something there. I walk through the rain. There's something there. Today, I walk through the rain. Would it be possible to achieve a trance state, not a trance-like state, but flight in that moment? subways were flooded out. I walked through the rain. When I got to the academy, you go up the ladder. There was only one person there. There is only ever one person there. It's actually really difficult. It's difficult. And it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be hard in the sense that you should leave nothing unknown to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You should have no illusions about what's coming at you. Don't lie. It's not a fantasy, it is a reality, a difficult reality. And so you have to train for that to yourself. It's supposed to be difficult. It's difficult. So that you go outside of what you think you are. You grow outside of what you think you are. And maybe show yourself that limitations they're in your mind. At least some of the time. I struggle. I'm supposed to. The edge of what I can take. There are rituals involving the death and where you go into the underworld where, you know what? Take. I wonder, could I get myself into a trance? An altered state by drumming. My teacher showed me a game, a machine. And the game connected to other games, a machine. And it ran like a machine. Because all you do is follow. I wondered, lead, if I could get myself into a trance. Real trance. And I understood it. I wonder, could I get myself into a trance by drumming? I know you'd love that. Oh, I remember what I'm doing here. Talking to you. It's like my life is living me. And although there's effort required, it's easy. It's easy. And yet, none at all. Let me teach you. None at all. Let me teach you. I wonder, could I enter an altered state by drumming? Yeah. The physical work has been part of my self-recovery. And so has the ecstatic work. And then there's philosophical work, or character work. And then there's music. I wonder if I could get into an altered state by drumming. There's evidence that the first religion, there's evidence of a shamanistic complex, religion before religion, all the way from Siberia into some sense of nature, Indonesia, Australia, Polynesia, North America, South America, Africa, Europe. Did I leave anywhere else? It's everywhere. It was everywhere.
Sickness,
Sometimes welcome,
death,
sometimes not. Usually not.
visiting,
From what I understand, it was still a niche
healing
thing
maladies of the soul, perhaps.
but clearly understood to be in touch with the spirits, the spirit world. It's fucked up that you're not here. I know you know that. Sometimes it's just the rainy, crappy, difficult days that I know you would have loved. Maybe loved the most. Maybe the most. You would have loved every day the most. Mr. Nobody, I'm talking to you.